You or Loup Ventures don't own shares of Tesla as far as I know, so why'd you write this letter? Why go out on a limb like this?
Emily, it came from investors who we talked to about the Tesla story, and they felt it important that this message get out. And these are supporters who believe in Musk as a visionary, unprecedented leader, and feel that he has a great opportunity, but he is jeopardizing the opportunity. So that's why we have decided to take this step, is really so that the investors' opinion could be heard.
You list a few different behaviors you find concerning. Give us some more specifics. What is it about Elon Musk's actions over the last few weeks and months that concerns you most?
Well, it's been going on for about 6 months, and it kind of started with the outburst of analysts on this now famous March 2018 earnings call. But the frustration with short sellers, that's always a red flag when companies start to get in debates with short sellers, the broader media, this email exchange a month ago with the saboteur, and then it just simply crossed the line with the Unsworth message tweet earlier this week. And at that point, it had got to a point where it is, I think, jeopardizing some of the confidence in investors. And that's an important part of Tesla's success, is to have investors that are willing to continue to fund the company with capital, because it's a very capital-intensive business.
That was a tweet disparaging a critical person in the rescue operation of those young boys from a flooded cave in Thailand. You want Elon Musk to apologize. What exactly do you want him to apologize for?
I think it's really this last tweet is where the apology is necessary, because, as we said, that really stood out as inappropriate. But the apology is a first step. But what is the second and third step is taking maybe a sabbatical from Twitter, and also just focusing his energies on their mission, which is a great mission, which is accelerating the globe's adoption of renewable energy. That mission gets lost in everything that's going on. And his role, if I can just emphasize one more point, is particularly important because Tesla, to date, doesn't do advertising. So the the potential consumer's opinion of the company is being formulated by how he engages with Twitter, which is not healthy at this point.
You're in an interesting position because, as an analyst yourself, you need Tesla and you need Elon Musk to engage with you. Have you heard from Musk? Have you heard from Tesla since you published this?
We have not heard from them. I'm optimistic that he will, in fact, read it. I'm not optimistic that we're going to get an apology. In other words, I'd be surprised if we get an apology. But I do think he is going to slow down, and I am willing to bet that his behavior on Twitter is going to change going forward.
How optimistic are you, given the reporting, some of it coming from my Bloomberg colleagues, about what is happening in that tent, how they are working to get production underway and meet the targets that he has set out for Tesla, many of which they have already missed? But do you think they can get it together and meet some of these production goals before the end of the year, or not? Is he too distracted?
He's not too distracted. He needs to. That's the irony of this, is that by him tweeting this stuff out, it gives a perception that he's distracted. I think, in fact, the company is making measurable progress. That 5,000 a week number, that probably at the end of June wasn't sustainable. I think that they really had to throw everything that they had to get that across the line. You're probably going to see a greater loss than expected for the June quarter because of the amount that they had to spend to get to that. But if you look at the production numbers, that in the exiting, the average production number of Model 3 in the March quarter was about 650 per week. It was about 2,300 per week in the June quarter, and we think it will be 4,000 a week in the September quarter. So we think they're making the appropriate progress there. And this is one step. I think them figuring out a more efficient way to build cars faster and more profitable, I think, lays the foundation for other models, and I think that they are making the right progress against that target.
Should Musk stop tweeting, full stop?
No. I think that he has a way to engage with customers through Twitter. I think what needs to stop is just ignore the shorts. You start to engage with the shorts, you're going to lose that battle. Focus on the production side. And I think anything out of bounds, like we saw more recently, clearly, that's the stuff that needs to stop. but he can tweet all he wants to about, for example, the things that they're doing to improve the production, albeit if it's focused on the right piece of really advancing their mission. So I think there's still a place for him to do it. I think he needs to take a break in the near term, though.